Low customer lifetime values is one of the biggest bottlenecks to growing any company out there. You're simply not making enough money per customer. Well, what if I told you there are secret AI strategies to boost your LTV? Strategies that savvy entrepreneurs are leveraging to ensure high lifetime values consistently, and thus the ability to outspend the competition in acquiring customers online. So in today's video, I'll show you 7 strategies to leverage AI phone callers to boost your customer lifetime values. Or in simpler terms, how much money you make per customer over the lifetime of them being a customer at your business. But if you're new to the channel, my name is Mutiso and I'm part of the team at Big Grip, where we help business owners unlock the next level of growth by leveraging AI and automation. I also share my knowledge out there online just to help developers like myself get better and better with this skill of building AI systems. So I simply eat, breathe and sleep AI, so I'm able to see how AI systems are practically being leveraged in the marketplace to unlock growth. So if that excites you, this video is for you. Ensure to watch the video till the very end, because it's going to be filled with so much value on value. You're going to get practical tips and actionable steps that you can leverage to grow your company as soon as next week. That is my promise to you. So let's get started. So here I have a presentation up prepared for you guys. You can see AI phone callers to boost LTV, that is customer lifetime values. So that is going to be 7 strategies to leverage AI phone callers to boost how much money your business makes per customer over their lifetime. Okay, so that's simply what LTV is when you land a customer, let's say tomorrow, how much do they pay you on average over their lifetime. That is like, if you know they'll be with you for the next 5 years and each year they're paying 1 million, then your lifetime value is $5 million. Of course, that's exaggerated, but you get the point. Here are the 7 strategies. 1 is an AI voice bot to upsell and cross-sell your customers at a set cadence. Like, let's say it cross-sells them every 3 months on a new service or a product. Then the second one, so I'll quickly skim through all these 7 strategies. Then the following slides is just going to be me expounding on each one of them, so that you can see how practically the AI system is being leveraged. Okay, so the second one is an AI voice bot to call and save a churned customer. So this is, let's say when a customer stops paying you or they cancel their subscription, you're able to have an AI voice bot to call them to say, literally try convince them to repay. Okay, or rather to like get back to paying. The third one is an AI voice bot to call failed customers to downsell. So any customer who says no to buying your services, our AI voice bot can call them to sell them on a cheaper version of what we were selling initially. The fourth one is an AI voice bot to extend the customer lifetime. So for example, if we know that typically most of our customers cancel after the 5th month, we know that if we're able to convince them to stay an extra 2 months, that's going to really bring a lot of profit to our bottom line. Then our AI voice bot reaches out just to incentivize each customer, to incentivize them to stick longer past the, let's say, the 6th month or the 7th month. Okay, then the 5th one is an AI voice bot to call ensuring product consumption. So we're able to track to ensure that the customer is actually using the product, because one of the biggest reasons why someone cancels is lack of consumption. So if you can call them to ensure that they are consuming the product, that will be extremely valuable. The 6th one is an AI voice bot for exceptional customer support. So 24/7 365, when a customer calls your phone number, they will receive an immediate response from the AI. The 7th one is an AI voice bot to call asking for a referral. Okay, we know that referrals normally tend to pay more compared to other typical customers that you will acquire, let's say from Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads and the likes. Referrals, it's a known fact that referrals have higher customer lifetime values by default. So if you can get as much of this as possible, that will boost your LTV. So let's get into it. The first one is an AI voice bot to upsell and cross-sell at a set cadence. That is at a certain patterns. We know that for all our customers, once they hit the 3rd month, we know the next problem that they're going to be experiencing is, let's say, following up on leads. We can have our AI voice bot call them, trying to sell them on a system that automatically follows up with their leads. Then if we know, let's say after another 3 months, there's going to be this other problem that arises, that we're able to sell them an AI system that fixes that. So in this case, by the way, I'll be talking in a position of an AI agency. Okay, so right now BigRip is an AI agency that helps companies grow. So I'm going to be using BigRip as our case study in this case. So BigRip is our company that helps companies grow with AI. One of my mentors is called Alex Homozi, very big in the business world, has a lot of knowledge on how you can practically help grow companies. He says that there's always that new thing that you're always going to be able to sell the customer in order to make more money. That's where upselling and cross-selling really comes in handy. Okay, why is this? Is because there's always that problem solution life cycle. So let's say the first product we're selling them today is a website that will bring leads into their company. Once we build them a website, they're generating traffic. Another problem will arise that they're generating traffic, but they don't have a customer support team to handle all these queries that are coming from customers. Therefore, they are losing money due to poor customer support. Therefore, we're able to sell them now an AI chatbot to handle all their customer support. Now, once they have leads, another problem could arise. Let's say they have leads through the door, but now they have a poor sales department. We're able to build them AI systems before the customer actually hops on a call with our sales department. AI systems that just automate, let's say, sending them emails just to nurture them as a lead, so that we are just convincing them on, let's say, sending them testimonials on our past companies that we have worked with and actually helped grow. We can send them we can send them references that they can actually call to ask in regard to how our services are. All this can be automated throughout the entire time, so we can sell them that as the immediate next problem, like the immediate solution to their third problem. So you can see there's always that problem solution life cycle, and as long as that's the case, us as business owners, there's more opportunity to make more money, hence boost our customer lifetime value. So if we're able to have an AI system that automatically calls our past customers and also our current customers, trying to upsell them and cross-sell them, is very, very critical. So what is upselling? Upselling is selling a bigger or better version of the product that we are selling, in this case, product or service. Okay, so for example, if we build them websites, then an upsell on the website is, let's say, a better website that has better UI UX, that is better design principles, that looks more fancy, more beautiful, something of the sort, for a higher price, hence making the business more money. An upsell could be, let's say, if I'm in a restaurant business, I'm selling fries. An upsell could be, right now you're on the 1 kg fries, but now I sell you the 2 kg fries. Of course, fries, we don't normally eat that much fries, but you get the point. It's selling a bigger or better version that is more expensive. Okay, then cross-selling is selling a different item that is complementary to this product or service that we are selling. So for example, if I build you a website, that is one of the service I'm selling you. A complementary service on that is, now you need the website to be hosted somewhere. So it's different, but it's complementary. So if I sell you a website hosting package, then that's a cross-sell. Okay, it's different from the website, but it's complementary. So if you can have an AI system that automatically reaches out to our customers, our current customers and past customers, trying to convince them to buy a bigger or better version of the product we sold them, or trying to convince them to buy a different item that is complementary to the products or service that they are using from our company, that will be extremely valuable in terms of boosting your customer lifetime values. And mind you, back here to our slides here, it doesn't do this one, so I'm at the final point here. The AI Voicebot doesn't call to upsell or cross-sell your customers once. It does this regularly. Okay, let's say after 3 months, it just calls to try sell them on a new thing. Because as my mentor Alex Omozi normally says, the buyer will always have that itch to buy something new, and if you're not the business who comes up front to sell them that thing that they want to buy, then they'll go to the competitor. So just actually the AI Voicebot reaching out to them to sell them something is actually doing the customer a favor, because the reality is, if your product or service is actually making their life better, making their business grow, then it's at their best interest to buy from you. So the AI Voicebot reaching out every 3 months to sell them on a new thing is actually doing them a favor. So get over the fear that you're going to be bothering them, you're going to be asking too much from them. Are you here to make money, or are you here to please people? You have to ask yourself that question and answer it honestly. And the good thing with having an AI system call each of these customers to upsell or cross-sell is we completely avoid one-off purchases where you land one customer and they only buy one thing from you for life, then they'll never come back. So you're stuck in a period where most business owners find themselves, is where they're trying to always get that new customer in order to stay afloat, in order to meet payroll. They have to always be acquiring new customers. But if you know you have a customer that will always continue paying you for the rest of time, that's going to be very valuable. The next one is an AI voice bot to call and save a churned customer. A churned customer, this is a customer that has stopped paying your business, that has, let's say if you're selling software and there's a subscription, they have cancelled their subscription. We need to ensure that they are back to paying us. So what do? We have an AI voice bot that is set to automatically call the user. So all this is automated, by the way. So when the user cancels their subscription, they go to, let's say, www.astra.com. Astra is one of our softwares that is launching very soon, and they cancel their subscription. So they click that button of canceling subscription. Immediately that will trigger our AI phone system to, okay, first there'll be a delay of, let's say, something like 60 seconds or 2 minutes. Then automatically our AI voice bot will call the customer, something like, hello, hi Mr. Customer, am I speaking to John? Yes. John, just noticed that you cancelled your subscription. Just wanted to hear your thoughts on how was your experience using the product. What was your reason in order to be able to cancel? Then the customer is like, I think it's mainly in regard to you guys' customer support is like poor. When I have issues using the software, this is something new, I don't know how to use it, and when I reach out to your team, they don't respond immediately. I'm tired, I'm canceling, I don't want to hear. So the AI voice bot can sympathize with the customer and telling them, I completely understand, Mr. Customer. On our side, definitely that is so low of standards from our team. We'll definitely work to improve on that, just to make it up to you. What do you say if you could just let's say take what you've already paid over the past 3 months, let's credit it into your next 3 months. So for the next 3 months you can use the software completely for free. Then we just try make it up to you. What do you think, John? So something of the sort. You can imagine if each single customer who actually cancels their subscription immediately gets a call the AI trying to convince them to resubscribe. It's going to be valuable. If only 20 or 40% end up subscribing, it's going to be very valuable. And if I go back to my slides, you'll notice one thing. There are 4 things that can happen when the AI voice bot calls the customer. One is it will try convince them to get back to paying their current subscription. Okay. The second thing is it will try upsell them on a higher tier subscription. So something like, the AI voice bot has called the customer. So this is the scenario. Hello, Mr. Customer. Mr. Customer picks up and is like, I'm tired with you guys. I thought you guys would give me exceptional support because it's a new product. I've never used it before, but when I ask questions, you guys don't respond, and the customer is frustrated, of course. So the AI can actually be like, that's on our side, that's our bad, you are actually sold on the wrong thing. That's actually what you're experiencing is a problem that's solved with our platinum package. It's a higher tier that provides way better technical support. It gives you a premium features that are not available in the basic package. It gives you all the problems that you've said during this call. What do you think we actually have you gone to the platinum package, Mr. Customer? So you can see, so the reality is when a customer cancels, it could be that they actually could have actually been upsold to a higher tier that actually solves the objections that they've had that actually have resulted in them canceling. That is literally more money for you. If let's say 40% of your customers who canceled their subscription, if 40% of them or 50% decide to buy a higher tier subscription or buy a more expensive product, you make way more money. You literally cut down your churn immediately. The third thing that can happen is they get downsold to a lower tier subscription, a lower tier product that is cheaper but is able to make sense for them to continue paying for in the long run. Because the reality is there are some products where it gives so much initial value up front, then on an ongoing basis it's not as valuable anymore. Therefore it doesn't make sense to keep on paying that $1,000 that you've always been paying. Something like if you're selling a course, an online community of some sort that teaches people on how to build websites. Once I know how to build a website, I'm good. The thing that I can pay on an ongoing basis is something like access to the community, access to, let's say, website designs that I can leverage for my customers and things of the sort. But it's not it shouldn't be the same price that I paid initially for my first 3 months. My first 3 months could be, let's say, $1,000 per month. Then on an ongoing basis, it goes down to something like $200 or $300. So that is what we call downselling. The AI literally calls a customer to downsell them on a lower package. Then the fourth thing that happens is the AI actually just gets feedback. So if it tries convincing them to rebuy or purchase something more expensive, or purchase something cheaper, or just purchase the same thing, and the customer completely refuses, then in this case the AI just gets feedback that can be used to iterate the product to make it better. So that's very valuable. Such a system could be very valuable in terms of boosting your LTV. Why is that? Is because the customer continues paying more and more every month. They continue just paying the money as months come by. The next one is an AI voice bot to call failed customers to downsell them. Okay, to downsell them on a cheaper package or a cheaper product. So how this works is the AI voice bot literally calls all your past customers that your team initially hoped on meetings with but didn't end up closing. It calls those customers trying to downsell them, or rather sell them on a cheaper package or a cheaper product. This works very well, especially if you have your meetings recorded. So one thing, if you're not recording your Zoom meetings or Google meetings with your customers, that is your sales meetings, then you might as well stop being in business, because it's important to be tracking your sales meetings so that you see where to improve on. If we have these sales meetings recorded, what we can do is we take that video, we transcribe it. That means we're able to get the actual just text of what was being spoken during the meeting. We take that text and feed it into an AI system, so that the AI system just calls them, knowing that, during the meeting they mentioned that this is the pain point they're experiencing. They mentioned this is the bottleneck they're experiencing. They also mentioned that they would love to have an extra $100,000 by next year. Like, it knows the pain points and dreams that this customer is experiencing, so that it increases the chances that when it downsells them or sells them on that specific item that is going to be selling during the call, it actually convinces the customer. If you have the customer's pain points during the sales meeting, the AI can easily agitate the pain point in order to close the deal. So if the customer is on the fence, if it has the necessary details on their pain points, on their dream outcome, their motivations as a customer, it's able to more easily be able to convince them. And so first of all, I'll repeat, you have a bunch of customers that you've ever hopped on meetings with. So your sales team has hopped on Zoom meetings or Google meetings with potential customers. Some of them didn't end up actually closing on the deal. Let's break it down. You'll have a spreadsheet, okay? This spreadsheet has a couple of rows. So for example, the first one is the name of the customer. The second one could be, let's say, the transcript to the actual sales meeting that they had. Then the third one could be whatever. So let's start with those two. So the AI will, their phone number. So the third one will be their phone number. So the AI system will come through and go through these 1,000 rows within your spreadsheet containing customer records of past sales meetings. And for each record, it comes and checks through the transcript. It goes through the transcript, gets to understand their pain points and the customer's bottlenecks that they mentioned during the call. Then it now automatically calls the customer, trying to convince them to buy. If the customer doesn't pick up, the AI will automatically call them later at a time more of convenience for the customer. Okay, so it's going to attempt calling them again and again until it reaches a point where the customer picks up and says that they don't want to continue receiving phone calls from us, is when we stop. But otherwise, it will continue trying to convince our past customers to buy something. I mean, not our past customers, potential customers. Because the reality is, you've already paid to get that potential customer into the meeting. You've already paid Facebook ads or LinkedIn ads to get them through the door. You've already paid your marketing team some salary expenses to run the ads. You might as well have them buy something. And such a system is very effective in converting those lost opportunities into quick cash flows for your business. Because the reality is, you're not reaching out to a cold audience. They are already familiar with you. They're already familiar that you guys are able to deliver value. That's why they hopped on a meeting with you. Maybe you didn't agree on the price or something, or whatever it is. Maybe it wasn't as urgent at that time. But right now you can call them and maybe there's an opening. Let's say their budget has been freed up. it's just going to work very well for you. And the best part is this really boosts your customer lifetime value, because now you've sold them the cheaper, this is a downsell, you've sold them the cheaper package. Once they get value from that cheaper package, they are more trusting of your company to be able to deliver on your bigger promises. Therefore, the thing is, once you land them on the downsell, you don't stop there. You can have the AI system call them at a later date to convince them to buy a more expensive package, and now they'll be more likely to close the deal with you guys because they already trust you, because you already delivered on the cheaper thing you sold them initially. And remember, in this time, the AI Voicebot can still automatically call them to upsell them on a more expensive item. You can see a consistent pattern here is that the AI Voicebot can literally be automatically calling them just to sell them more stuff. That literally boosts your customer LTV. The next one is an AI Voicebot to extend the customer lifetime, okay? So if you know your customer lifetime, so typically, let's say, take an example, I'm selling softwares to restaurants, okay? And for my software that I have, typically the restaurant will stick with me for, let's say, 5 months. If I know on average, each restaurant who starts using our software typically stays till the 5th month, then they cancel, I can have an AI Voicebot automatically call them, and let's say the last day of the 5th month, trying to incentivize them to stay till, let's say, the 7th month. So it could call them and being like, oh, Mr. Customer, am I speaking to John? Then the John is like, yeah, you're speaking to John. Then the AI is like, we have this free playbook that is customized completely for you. If you stick till the 7th month, a free playbook that you can start leveraging to 10x your customer lifetime value, to really cut down on your CAC, that is your customer acquisition costs. Okay, this is an example. You can get the point. Point is, you're able to just have an incentive in place. It could be information. So information is one of the best incentive you can give them. It could be a PDF playbook that they can literally use to follow through with in order to, let's say, fix a specific problem within their business. Let's say lead generation is their biggest problem. So you could have a playbook, a PDF playbook they can follow on that. You could have a couple of incentives that are related to what you sell that the AI can use during the call to incentivize them to stick longer in terms of paying for their monthly subscription. So this really boosts your customer lifetime. Customer lifetime is how many months or rather the period of time you know on average a customer will stay paying your business. And here's the best part is the AI doesn't do this once. It will call them at a set cadence, let's say at the 3rd month, at the 6th month, at the first end of the first year, trying to convince them to stay longer. Each time it's just moving the goalpost further and further. This boosts your LTV because the customer is consistently incentivized to stay longer paying your business. Next one is an AI Voicebot to call ensuring product consumption. The reality is lack of product consumption is one of the major reasons why a customer will stop paying your business. So if you can ensure that they are consistently using the product that they are paying for, then we increase the chances that they continue paying further and further into the future. So take that to the bank. Lack of product consumption is directly correlated to high churn rates, okay? That is the likelihood they stop paying your business. So we need to ensure, one, that we track that they're actually using the product. So we need to have tracking in place. So for example, if I'm selling a gym membership, I can have tracking in place to ensure each day they come into the gym, that is logged into the system as they actually showed up. Then when we see that today they didn't show up, then the next day they didn't show up, that flags into the system. Oh, they haven't showed up for 2 days. Oh, the AI system springs into action, calls the customer's phone number. It converses with the customer being like, oh, Mr. Customer, noticed you didn't show up over the past 2 days. Is there any issue you're experiencing? Is there a place we can be able to help? What do you think? Like, it's able to just get them back on track. One thing is, we know that the customer will appreciate this because they know someone is keeping them accountable. Someone is actually invested in their journey to realizing their goals, realizing their dreams and the likes. So this strategy of the AI Voicebot calling customers just to get them back on track in terms of using the product, it could be a gym membership, it could be software. So if you have a software out there, having tracking in place to ensure you're able to see on Monday they used it for 5 hours, on Tuesday they used it for 2 hours, on Thursday they used it for 7 hours, on Friday and Saturday and Sunday they've used it, let's say, for 0 hours. You're able to track this in place. Then once it reaches a certain threshold of let's say over the past 4 days they've consumed the software for 0 hours, then that flags into the system and the AI voicebot springs into action, calls the software customer, trying to convince them and get to understand if they're experiencing any problems or if they need any help, any technical support in terms of using the software. Point is, we're just trying to get them back on track anytime. And this is, mind you, not this, it's not doing this once, it's going to do this for the rest of time. Okay, it's going to do this for the rest of time. Anytime it notices lack of consumption, it jumps into action, calls the customer, gets them back on track. If the customer loses track, calls them, gets them back on track, calls them, gets them back on track. This increases the chances that the customer continues paying your business long into the future. That boosts your customer lifetime values. It's crazy. So 2 things. This strategy works best when 1, we clearly know the customer's goals and ambitions, and 2, we truly know that they need to consistently use or consume our product or service in order to achieve those goals. So once we know that these 2 things are true, that we know their goals and ambitions, and we know that for those goals and ambitions to be realized, they need to consume the product, then this strategy will work perfectly. The AI system can know what to say during the call to incentivize them to get them back on track. It can be like, yo man, you need to get back on the gym, man. You know, you have those prom clothes that you used to wear back in the days that used to look so fly. You need to get back into those clothes, and for that to happen, Mr. Customer, you need to get back into the gym. You need to get back into the gym. You can see, so that's how it works. So if the AI calls the customer to get them back on track and the customer doesn't pick up, it will try calling them again and again. Okay, not immediately, of course. There'll be some delay between the calls, but it's going to continue try calling them, increasing the frequency in which it's calling. So let's say today it will call them, telling them, oh, you haven't showed up for your gym membership of the past 2 days. Let's say the customer didn't pick up. The next day it will call, but this time it will call 2 times. If the customer doesn't pick up both times, it will call the 3rd day, but this time it will call 3 times. So you can see it's increasing the frequency in which it is reaching out to the customer to get them back on track. This is opposite of how we deal with leads through the pipeline. So because how leads work is, you'll send the first email to the potential customer. They didn't respond to the email, so you follow up once, then you follow up twice, then the 3rd time, then you completely stop following up. You can see you're decelerating the rate at which you're following up compared to a customer. In this time, we are accelerating, or rather increasing the frequency of our AI system reaching out to the customer, actually calling them to get them back on track. And why are we increasing the frequency? Is because we need to get to the bottom of this. We know the longer they continue staying without using the product, the closer we are getting to that day when they stop paying our business. And therefore, we need to continue increasing that frequency, because the D-Day is approaching. We need to get them back on track, man. This boosts LTV like crazy because it keeps them using the product or service. Hence, they need to keep on paying your business because they're getting value from the product. I mean, there's a saying that says, doesn't matter how good your gym membership is, how awesome your equipment is that you have at your gym, no one ever pays for a gym membership that they don't use. So the next one is an AI voice bot for exceptional customer support. So one thing we know is poor customer support is one of the major causes for high churn rates. A customer will stop paying your business if they experience poor customer support. Let's say they are experiencing issues using your software, and when they call your team, you guys don't pick up. They get frustrated and they cancel their subscription. So if we can have an AI voice bot in place, an AI phone caller that literally handles 24/7 customer support, when the customer has a question, they can call this phone number and our AI will pick up, answer all their questions, any objections they could be having, any queries, any concerns are handled during the call. And those 10% of the time where the AI is not able to help is that time the AI immediately transfers the call to an actual human agent who can handle that. So here's the deal. The AI voice bot is not coming to completely eradicate your customer support team, but rather you can have a leaner team. So instead of having 100 customer support team members, you can just have 20 of them, or rather 10, and because we know 90% of the time the AI will handle, and for that 10% or 5% where the AI is not able to handle, the customer is immediately forwarded to speak with one of our human agents. This ensures there is 24/7 availability for customer support, hence ensuring that customer support is not the issue, is not the reason why they end up canceling. Okay, like it could be another reason, but not customer support. Let's just put that in place. And you'll notice this is the theme here. It's not one silver bullet. It's not that we are doing one thing to skyrocket our customer lifetime values. We're doing one system here, another system here, another system here, trying to close this loophole over here, this other loophole, so that we're able to boost those lifetime values. So you can see we had this initial voice bot here, and this other one, and this other one. But in this case, we're trying to solve the customer support issue that will cause them to cancel their subscription or stop paying. So if it's not able to handle some issues, it could log it in as a ticket. So during the call, if the AI is not able to handle the customer's question or inquiries, it's going to log it into a ticket. So you could be having some service desk tool that you're using, something like Zoho Desk or Zoho Service Desk, I don't know what they call it, or some service desk tool out there. The AI Voicebot is able to directly create a new customer support ticket that can be handled once our agents are available. So this boosts LTV like crazy, as one, we reduce the chances they leave due to poor customer support. I think we've mentioned that. And two, we build stronger customer relationships that typically last longer. It's a saying that says, can I really remember it? It's easy to exit from a membership, but it's harder to exit from a relationship. So a customer, if they just see you as just another business who's providing some commodity out there, they can easily leave and go to your competitor or completely stop using the product. But if they love you guys, they have a relationship with you, actually think highly of you because you guys are just awesome. Your customer support is just amazing. You guys are caring. All those things that you get because you have an AI voice bot in place for exceptional customer support. You're able to enjoy such benefits of having exceptional customer relationships. They actually stay longer and continue paying longer into the future. So the next one here is an AI voice bot to call asking for a referral. Why is this? We know that referrals are the most valuable customers you could acquire from whatever platform out there. Whether you're running Facebook ads or you're doing mass mailing out there or cold calling, referrals are the highest value customers. Why is this? Referrals tend to stay longer with your business and they tend to spend more longer into the future. It's a known fact out there. You can go and Google. But if we know this to be true, then why don't you have a system in place to incentivize your customers to send their friends, send their colleagues to your business? I mean, most businesses know that referrals are very important, and if they know very well that if a customer brings two of their friends or one of their friends, then they know that their business immediately starts compounding in terms of growth. Then why don't they do this? It's because, I mean, their team could be busy or I don't know, some excuse out there. But the reality is the marketplace doesn't care. So have an AI voice bot in place to automatically call 100% of your customers, trying to convince them to send over a friend, send over a colleague, if they're already getting value themselves. So, I mean, I'm calling this customer. Oh, Mr. Customer, hi. Am I talking to John? Yes, you're talking to John. Then the AI is something like, just wanted to hear your experience, John, in terms of how you experiencing using our product. Are you getting value from it? Then John is like, oh yeah, you guys are amazing. The software is really grown my profits like 5x. It's crazy stuff. Yeah, John, lovely. We normally like to hear such things. It's a reason why we're in business. It's just to help you grow. I mean, John, if you don't mind, would love you if you can be able to refer us to your friends and colleagues, just to also get them to experience the same value that you're experiencing. What do you think? Then John could be like, oh, of course. Let me send over some friends. Then they send over some friends or two. If the customer refuses to send a friend or rather gives an excuse that they can't send, then the AI can provide an incentive during the call, something like, oh, Mr. Customer, here's a 50% discount on your monthly fees for the next 3 months if you send over a friend. So you can put an incentive in place just to convince them to send a friend over. The reality is, once you know your customer acquisition costs, something like you spend $1,000 to acquire a customer through the door, then being willing to give your customer that $1,000 for them to send a referral through the door is very valuable than actually going to pay Mark Zuckerberg, your Facebook ads in order to bring in a customer, because we know the customer you get from Mark Zuckerberg compared to the customer you get from your customer, the customer you get from your customer is way more valuable than the customer you get from Mark Zuckerberg. So it's actually wise, it's business smart to actually give this money to your customer. And the reality is, you don't have to give the entire $1,000. You could give something like $500 worth of credits into their next 3 months or some sort. Point is, put an incentive in place for them to send a referral. And mind you, that's a fallback plan, because initially we're trying to get a referral for free. Then if push comes to shove is when we just put the incentive in place for them to send the referral. This boosts LTV like crazy, because you land more of the customers that typically spend more, which is referrals. And your business also starts to compound real fast, as the referrals that come through the door will also at a certain date receive a similar call asking them to refer a friend, and the flywheel continues going forward and forward and forward. So in conclusion is that AI voice bots are a really powerful tool to boost your customer lifetime values. It's undertapped. Not many business owners know this, but savvy entrepreneurs who are smart, who are innovative, are jumping on this opportunity, seeing it as a point to differentiate themselves from the competitive marketplace, to get that edge over their competitors in order to boost their customer lifetime values. Because the reality is, the business that has the highest customer lifetime values will always have the ability to create a monopoly in the marketplace, a legal monopoly. Because the reality is, how we get customers through the door when we are running, let's say, paid ads, is an auction. You're bidding to get your product in front of the customer or in front of the audience who's a potential customer. So if you're able to outbid all your competitors, them they're willing to pay, let's say, $10 for their advertisement to be in front of the consumer, or rather the audience. If you're able to pay $50 or $100, you literally have a legal monopoly. Literally, you take all the space, all the eyeballs, all the audiences in the marketplace. Therefore, your competitors can easily just go out of business. So have AI voice bots in place to boost your customer lifetime values. It will increase the chances that you can create a legal monopoly in the marketplace, dominate your marketplace, and really grow to the next level of growth. If you'd want to work with our team to build such powerful AI systems that drive real impact into your business, then there'll be a link in the description that will take you to our website. Then you'll book in a meeting with our team. From there, we'll just get to understand your business processes, see if we are a right fit. If that's the case, we go into the next steps. Otherwise, that's it from me. Till next time, stay savvy. Oh, by the I've forgotten. One thing is, these slides will be available. So link in the description. You'll get access to the entire of these slides so that you can go deeper and deeper into understanding how these systems work. Otherwise, that's it from me. Till next time, stay savvy. Peace.